Booties.
Butts. Cookies.
And welcome, everybody, to another episode of Ampistrano, episode 29, Broken Circle. I am your storyteller, D&D Jordan Lee, joined by this absolutely phenomenal cast. We're going to do a quick go-around as well as say any announcements that we may have. Let's jump over to Duval.
Oh, hey, everybody. My name is Jacob Blake, Duval King Jacob, all over the internets. I use he, him pronouns, and I am Robo Boyfriend Zero Beta, because I am the first, thus zero. Free beta? Anyway, and as per usual, I'll be playing Weldor. He's a total light cleric. It sounds really cool, and he's really awesome. And I miss him a lot, and I miss all of you a lot. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Duval. Joining us from a super low desk today, Sin.
Hi, my name is Sin, your resident sunflower person, Robo Boyfriend number 13. And today I am your resident trickster rogue Blackstone, who speaks for the trees, apparently.
Apparently. Amazing. Robo.
Hi, it's me, RoboGoblin, and I am happy that I have a lot of boyfriends. And I had something. I'll probably say it. No, tomorrow we're gonna have. Oh wait, it's not announced yet. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Go fair.
Oh my god.
Who are you playing, though?
Who are you?
Robo?
I need to know. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you playing, Robo?
Oh, I'm playing Toby, he, him. And RoboGoblin's pronouns are any old pronouns.
Holy shit.
My favorite part is that he threw to me like
He threw
like
you
he's
under the
host
bus
here.
real quick.
I can't.
Welcome to Chaos, everyone. Beyond the veil
Y'all missed it.
of Ampistrano.
April.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Fair's turn. Hi, I'm April. April Raygun on the internet. I'm playing Aurea, the Monk and Moon Fairy. I punch things and go poof. Fair.
There we go. Now it's
Hi. Hi, I'm Fair. I am Alpha Boyfriend because I come before Beta.
Oh, what the fuck? How dare you?
Oh wait, I'm also a Robo Boyfriend. No,
I am
number
as well.
13. No, wait, 13 is Sid. I'm number 47. It's a long story. We got into a fight.
I am playing Deodore Shadesun, your Battle Master Fighter. Our pronouns are she, her. And I have an announcement. Can I make it now? Okay, my announcement is you should support and commission Jordan. She is fantastic. She does fantastic production, overlay creation, even consultation for running like charity streams and the like. So you should definitely check her out and give her money. Or if you don't need a service like that, but you still want to support her, you could do so by either just sending her some money through coffee.com/D&D Jordan Lee. Or is that right still?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Or you can subscribe to our Patreon.
Woohoo! Thank you very much, Fair. We do have a couple more quick announcements before we dive into today's episode. Today's episode of Ampistrano is sponsored by Kaboa. Kaboa is a TTRPG setting for 5e, Pathfinder, and CFR. Uncover the lore on the people and creatures of Kaboa, based on the cultures and stories of South America. The setting guide includes 2 new classes, over 12 subclasses, and an innovative new form system that can produce over 1,400 unique races. You can become a backer for Kaboa for the next 5 days. They did add a gift tier, which allows for a copy of Kaboa to be donated to someone in the global south in an effort to make this game as accessible to others as possible. So reminder, there are 5 more days to go back this Kickstarter. Go check it out. It's phenomenal in terms of the artwork, and there are some absolutely phenomenal creators that are working on this. So go check that out. So, y'all, I had the absolute pleasure of chatting with Fair about everything Diodora and answered some of her questions about Ampistrano. She threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting so many questions. So, this Q&A will be airing on our Patreon on Tuesday, June 6th. That's this coming Tuesday. But it will be for our Patreon backers. So, if you want to support our fantastic cast, if you want all the latest news and updates, including sneak peeks to our upcoming merch and website, as well as checking out this Q&A, please head on over to our Patreon. Special thanks to Sphinx, Seven, Mama Strange, Fluffy Snowfall, Chris Gideon, Buzz Lightyear, and Lily42 for your support. Mark your calendars because June is not only a special month, Happy Pride Month, by the way.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. And as well as, some birthdays for some cast members, It's also Ampistrano's birthday month. So, tune in on Saturday, June 24th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific for a very special episode as well as a one-year celebration. We're going to have giveaways, our usual shenanigans, and more. So stay tuned for our socials for more details. I think that's it for me, y'all. Are you ready to go beyond the veil?
It's going to be so awkward when we TPK before that.
Oh my God.
No. All right, well, without further ado, let us go beyond the veil of Ampistrano.
No.
But
And welcome back, everybody. So, when last we left our adventurers, the group had been recovering from an all-out assault on Vybrin before quickly returning to investigating the disappearances, strange plants, along with the corrupted stones that seemed to be appearing around Ampistrano. After connecting some threads, the group made their way to the Weary Wanderer Inn and Tavern, which had been set up as a medbay of sorts. Weldor came into contact with Ophelia and her family, who had grave news and a small present to give. With many secrets being shared and Blackstone's face being revealed, the group headed deep into the root bed of the inn, to the makeshift cells where creatures formerly known as Jeremy and Levi were being held. Ignacio, exhausted at keeping the barrier up, advised the group to tread carefully. Blackstone immediately used spirit power to prod into Jeremy's mind, finding a weakened Jeremy surrounded by mud, muck, and rage that seemed to weigh them down, barely being able to escape in the process. Toby decided to try something and cast Dispel Magic, which seemed to take effect as Levi awakens, his body beginning to contort into a half-elven man, and a look with recognition at Weldor. And that is where we pick up for today. The sound of slowly dripping water from one of the roots above to the stone floor below echoes throughout the chamber. The only other noise besides the grunting and pain from the half-elven man before you. They're wearing a white button-down shirt which is shredded in areas, brown pants that are ripped at the knee, black hair plastered to his face from sweat, and his skin has a grained tone to it. He shifts immediately, falling to the side before catching himself on the wall to the right, eyes shifting from Weldor to Toby to the room they are in. Weldor, the eyes of Levi, are usually a crystal blue. Instead, it's yellow, and you can see that the irises are a thick black, almost jagged along the sides. He looks directly in your direction. Weldor?
Levi, old buddy.
What's going on? Ugh. And you just see him kind of like leaning over, and you see these black veins kind of pulsating around the side of his neck from this deep mark that's in his chest. It looks almost like someone took a like branding to his skin. There's this deep ingrain, and you can see that from where this is happening, that's where the black kind of veins are emanating from and spreading across him.
So, first of all, it's great to see you, but I'm gonna need you to settle down for about 2 minutes or so.
I don't know if we have that time.
You think this is temporary?
I'm fine with everything I have right now.
All right. Then I think it's probably best you spill your guts in that right this minute then.
Can we trust? And he's looking at Toby and the rest of. Can we trust them?
Everybody in this room.
What do you want to know?
Who's behind this? And why?
His name is
Stay with me.
Syrian. He's looking for something in the village. This assault, whatever he was doing, he was trying to wipe it out.
Do you know what the something is?
No. That, I didn't get that information. And you see he's like closing his eyes in this thick vein as he's just concentrating, trying to be here as much as possible. You can see that already portions of his body are starting to twist back into the form, with like his knees starting to grow. His height is starting to shift back, but he is trying with every fiber of his being as sheets of sweat are gathering upon his skin as he is trying to, with what little clarity that Toby has been able to interrupt this spell, give you as much information as he can. But you can tell he does not have long.
Do you know what the thing looks like?
I don't know what it was. I don't know what we could be hiding here.
Most importantly, can we save you from this?
I don't know. I hope. I'd rather not look like this the rest of my life.
Yeah. He'll reach into a kind of a small like compartment and take out some of the tea that he gave Eliza.
Mm-hmm.
Try this.
And you pass it through the kind of sap barrier that Ignacio has. And he does take it. Sorry, there's an ice cream truck going by. That really just threw me off.
Oreo jumps up where?
Okay.
Hold that thought 1 sec. I gotta go.
Let's go on break really quick.
Cake.
I wanted to now be canon that Weldor owns an ice cream truck.
I mean, it would be great.
The timing of that was just ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Sorry. So he does take the teacup, and you see that he's holding it in these fingers that are slowly elongating back into the hand, and he does take a sip. It's good tea. Is it supposed to do something?
I don't know yet. It's sort of the latest in experimentation.
When did you first meet Belsarian?
Two weeks ago. We were in a cell. There's a bunch of us that were in there. It's underground.
Underground where?
Northwest.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan, he's been gone about a month, right?
About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
He disappeared just before.
He was the big,
you
yeah,
left.
he was near the beginning. Yeah.
I think as he says Northwest, I'll look at Weldor and just say, and just sort of like, not wanting to say it out loud, I was like, is that where your friends are?
Either right through it or right above it. More confirmation. I'm just for gets and shiggles. I'm like, I don't think it'll work. I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay.
Gets and
Just to-
I know you just made up a whole new phrase, Duval.
Well, shits and giggles. So you know, gets and
No,
shiggles.
but you said something else.
What did I
Yeah,
say?
gets it. Yeah, easy.
It-
Yeah, gets
I super Freudian slipped it. Cool,
did.
perfect.
Yeah. Which is funny because this is so off topic, but earlier today I did the same thing where I was like, I'm gonna take a shower, but I said I'm gonna shake a tower.
Shake that tower, baby! A new game coming to Ampistrano.
Hey, you never know.
And just sort of like try to like touch his like cold, sort of clammy like hands and
You can
let
see
the light try to take it over.
it's sustaining, but this whatever it is taking over with a fury. It's you probably have less than a minute left from what you can tell.
What about the rest of your family, Levi?
I think they're there. I didn't see them. They're keeping everyone separate. Once we get like this.
We're gonna do everything we can.
You better.
You have my word.
Be careful.
I always am.
And you see at that moment, as he's kind of looking at you, you can see like his skin is slowly changing back. You see the eye kind of elongating a bit as it just goes dark, kind of staring, and you just see the reason leaving his face.
As that happens, Theodore will move into position just in case this thing starts to attack.
Sure, there is the barrier still is up,
Yep.
so there is that. But yes, I imagine you're still kind of just in case.
Yeah.
And-
This is like, remember that there are people out here who care very deeply about you, and that they'll come back for you. It'll be important while you're in there.
With the last little bit, transforms back. You see the haunches kind of bringing his face down back to where it was. And after a moment, he kind of lumbers forward and smashes his head against the barrier. And you can see this kind of spider web of cracks before like another ooze of sap kind of drips down to cover it back over as you see Ignacio is kind of stepped back into place. Looking slightly more rested, still very tired, but Everything all right over here? Oh, you're muted.
There's also somewhat inconclusive.
How long can you keep that barrier up for?
I can probably manage a day. Maybe more. Might be able to see if one of our other spellcasters in the village can swap spots, or if we can maybe get some of these. And you see, he's been kind of, even though he's been resting, behind him there are these, it looks almost like rock and metal forged together, unless I can get these things to work, but Lyra has mentioned that they haven't worked in a while. That might help to maintain the barrier for a little bit.
And in the meantime, you can use... Oh, good.
Is this magical? Is this a magical or a mundane device?
It's supposedly magical, help keep the barriers up a little bit. Maybe another day or two. Give us some more time.
DM, I would like to see if I can use Arcana to see if I can figure out how to fix it.
Sure. All right, go ahead and do an Arcana roll. Or History. I will allow you to do either.
You're absolutely doing an inspiration. Oh, that helped. Okay. So, that is going to be a grand total of... Sorry, I had to add 23 on Arcana.
So you can see this device. It has a square kind of center about this big with, it seems to have a circular kind of, not jewel, but some kind of glass that's in the center. And then along the sides, there are two kind of small stones kind of branching off of it. Looking at that and looking at the top of these cells, it looks like this pops in to kind of keep the barrier in place for an extended period of time. Looking at it, it's a bit damaged, but with that Arcana roll, if you wanted to kind of mess around with it, it looks like it needs a battery, essentially. Some kind of power source to keep it up.
Can I tell what kind of power source it uses?
Based upon that, it looks like it could use some kind of either electrical, light, or fire.
Electrical, light, or fire?
Like electric bolts, lightning bolts, things like that.
Toby, this is going to sound very counterintuitive, but may I borrow you for a moment?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Can you follow me outside, please?
All right. And I follow them outside.
If y'all want to do anything while we're inside before we get to the outside scene, go right ahead.
Yeah, as they head up, Weldor will point at the special guardian that is right behind, essentially right next to him. Honestly, at this point, keep in mind you got this big guy in the next 8 hours or so. So if you ever need a break, just gotta take care of things.
Good to know.
Hopefully the thing I'm fixing will help.
I hope so too. You just hear from afar. It would be great. Even if I'm able to get like a short nap in, that will at least help a bit. But I'd rather try to keep these things down here so they're not wrecking the entire village again.
Certainly.
We've sent word to a contact I know in Illipin to have guards sent.
That's amazing news. Thank you.
No problem.
I assumed, because of our previous conversations, that it may have been Belsarian, but Now that it's all but confirmed, I thought I'd be a bit more upset. Maybe that's just because I'm focused on the mission. Not much time for getting upset about it, I suppose.
I think that maybe it's better to take your upset and put it into something more fruitful. What does being upset help? It only makes you sloppy.
Couldn't agree more.
And I'll turn to Ignacio and say, coordinate with the other spellcasters in the area, because we're going to need more than a day.
Yeah. Well, if your friends get those things working, that will give me at least, and all of us, probably another 3-4 days in total, based between them and me. That'll give me a little bit of a break.
All right.
He said that Bilzerian was looking for something here.
Right.
And you don't know of anything that would be hidden here?
No. Not besides, the information that I'm sure has been shared, and he kind of gives an eye to Weldor. Nothing besides that.
I don't know if that's what he was looking for, because it seems like he already knew about that.
Especially since he's been here a while.
How long has this village been here?
Over 100 years, I believe.
Yeah. It's been around for a while.
Do you have any written records that somebody could look over to see if there's maybe something the people who built this place left behind?
Not here, no. The other place might have that information. And you see him kind of looking around. He's trying to be very careful with how he's wording things.
Yes. Blackstone mentioned something, and I wonder if it's related, but I'm not familiar with this sort of things in the way that Blackstone works it. Something about the trees trying to protect the city. Perhaps there's something to that. I don't know. It just seems maybe it could be connected.
That's possible.
Worth a quick validation before heading out of town.
And we'll say at that moment the camera pans to Blackstone. Where are you taking Toby?
Outside the tavern and about, I'd say, like a smooth, 300 feet away.
Okay.
And then, after walking for a bit, just kind of turn toward Toby, expect it, and then wait for a bit.
What can I do?
So, earlier, I observed you manipulating the weather and calling for lightning from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
There is an item in this basement that requires electrical energy. I don't think you can send lightning directly into a basement, but I can conduct electricity. So, and then I just spread my arms out really wide and go, I would like you to strike me with a lightning bolt.
All right. I turn to the sky and just say, okay, party on. And I just call lightning on you.
Which I make absolutely no attempt to dodge. I use my reaction to absorb elements.
You can hear for a moment the rumbling of thunder above as this small kind of rain cloud opens up above you, kind of slightly obscuring the sky. and the sun that's kind of shining down at this moment. And you can feel, Toby, your hair standing up on end as this lightning comes shooting down towards Blackstone.
You got 10 minutes for this. So if that doesn't work, come back and I'll give you a shock again.
Okay. Wow, that was spicy. Right. I'll be right back and let's see if it works. And then I run back into the building as quickly as I can.
Toby, are you following?
No, I'm outside just doing lightning, like a yeah, just lightning on my fingers, like fidgeting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But please, I run down to the basement, to the place that I can see them, like the contraption is waiting for some kind of energy source.
Mm-hmm.
And I channel the lightning from that lightning that I got hit from with that storm into this thing that needs a battery.
Okay. Why don't you roll a let's do a con check.
Con. Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Okay. You feel energized. The rest of you who are like, still in the tavern in the kind of deep-rooted cells, can hear kind of this noise and your hair slightly standing on end just because Blackstone is not a conductor. So there's a little bit of lightning and static that's coming off as you just see Blackstone grabbing the device, and you see the energy going in there. Why don't you make a D12 roll for me, please?
D12. That is a 3 on the D12.
Okay. You see the first of these items starting to slowly light up with a like an orange yellow tinge to it.
Okay, needs more energy. Be right back. And I'm just gonna run outside and then run up to Toby and go, do it again.
All right.
Okay. You do that again. You also
Blackstone dies by the
amazing. Blackstone, you would notice this on your way back in. There are some kids that are safely watching from a distance as Toby is kind of standing there like jazz hands with this lightning, and they're just kind of oohing and ogling. Seemingly very like excited, but also knowing full well they should not be stepping anywhere close to what's happening. As you go just streaking as quickly by with all the speed.
Hi kids, don't try this at home.
Ah!
And I run back to the device.
Okay.
Do I need to roll you another thing?
Yep. Another con, and then then another D12.
Somehow this con is worse. I think I'm going to just do this.
Okay.
Right. So that con is a 12. And the D12 for you is a 4.
Okay. It's moving more towards like a lighter green. You can tell that this thing is almost energized. While that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
I think I've noticed Oria's been a little quiet, so I think I pull her to the side and be like, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I think Oria would have ended up going outside to keep the children away from the electricity,
then
and
never
to
mind.
run interference to make sure no one got electrocuted on accident in case anyone failed to save.
Well,
Just
then we
bapping
can say
people
that
in the
this
face with their
we can say this
Just like,
happens
yeah.
just before Oria you go upstairs and Blackstone and Toby go upstairs. So this we could rewind it back a little bit. So unless you don't want to talk to Deodora, I mean that's.
Oh no! I mean that was my answer. Everything's fine. They were talking things between them that were personal. It's not about me. This is about them.
Oh.
I know, but I've just noticed you've been a little quiet lately in general, so...
Oh! No, just, I'm here to hit things.
Oh, so you just okay. I think Theodora's a little baffled. I mean, I am too, but I'm still having conversations with people.
You're very good at it, though.
I don't know. Thank you. I just say what I'm thinking.
But you're good at talking to people when you do talk to them. I'm not usually the best with people, so I let the people who are good at people or smarter with people to talk to them. And I just stay back here until they need something done.
I don't think you're bad with people.
Well, you saw my stats, you disagree. But,
You're what?
in school, my report cards, anything that involved talking to people was always the worst.
I mean, it sounds like they didn't nurture that in you.
I never cared much about talking to people, though.
That's fair too. You don't have to talk to people.
It's not a bad thing. I enjoy listening to people talk and I enjoy listening. But I just don't, if I don't really have a thing that would add on, that would help, I just kind of wait until they do.
That makes sense. I was just making sure.
Thank you for checking in on me. It does mean a great deal.
No problem.
Are you
I
okay?
think, the thing with Jeremy bothers me a little bit. Or a lot of bit. But
Do you want to talk about it?
I just wish I'd known that he was going through something. Instead of assuming the worst of him.
Understandable.
I mean, I think whatever happened to him just exacerbated some of his personality that already was there, but still doesn't feel good.
I'm sorry. Would you like
Thank
a hug?
Sure. I think I
Or
would
it
like
gives
that.
you a hug.
I'm like my face is in your stomach, basically. 'Cause I'm so short.
And when I do the hug, I'll what do I do? What do I do? I druid craft. I make a smell of like a nice calming woods, like the woods that we've been in.
Ooh, oh, I love that. Okay, yeah, I think like as we're hugging and you do that, you do feel Theodora like all the tension that she kind of had like in her shoulders and stuff melts away a little bit.
At which point, I think we hear the hit me with electricity. Oh no, I'm not really sure no one gets electrocuted because it's supposed to be.
Yeah, good call. I'll be down here. Are you okay? Did you say
Move on.
This is somehow
TTRPGs are dangerous, y'all.
No.
It's my fault.
Don't do this at
April,
home,
no.
kids.
the BBEG cast dominate person on April.
For like literally 0.2 seconds.
Lord.
made her hit herself.
Yeah, that's not to cause suspicion.
Lord.
Fortunately, Fair rolled a really high insight check.
How did you do that, Duval?
That's friendship.
We'll say for the sake of brevity, it takes you another 2 tries of doing this, Blackstone and Toby, but eventually Blackstone and anyone who's down there do see that the devices are growing green. The little glass light. Seemingly they're working.
Blackstone,
hey.
were you sure that we didn't need another kind of energy to power this up?
I feel lightning could have worked, fire could have worked, possibly light could have worked, but I'm not able to generate any of these things, and I know that you can generate lightning at the very least specifically.
Yeah, I could have done fire and not hurt you, too.
Oh, well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it doesn't hurt quite as much. I am inured to elements.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I could help.
The deadpan.
thank you so much for helping. Also, thank you for helping me with science.
You're welcome.
Oh, right. Ignacio, I think the green lights are a positive thing, but I'm not sure what to do after that. Do you have operating instructions for this?
We can get him back into place. And you see above the cells, that's like almost like a keyhole, or a puzzle piece fitting perfectly in place above each of the cells.
Oh, okay. Can I help with that?
I think we've got it covered.
Are you sure? Because I remember you saying a rest would be good, and if we could put these devices in place, then you can do that.
I appreciate it. I think Theodora, was it, mentioned needing to possibly get moving just because there's not a lot of time. We can get him into place, and that'll allow me at least a couple of hours of sleep. But I appreciate it.
I'm happy to be of service.
You know what? At least for me, the major takeaway of all this is you find a little bit of hope in the strangest of places.
Definitely true.
And he'll go and give Ignacio a hug.
I'll give you a big hug back.
Remember, you're not allowed to die anytime soon.
Speak to yourself.
Preferably not later either, if you don't mind.
I've never been quite so good at taking my own advice. Much better at giving it.
I noticed.
I feel like, I'm sorry, I feel like there was the line where it's like, be careful, I always am, and like just now, and I feel like Theodora each time didn't say anything but gave Weldor kind of a hard side eye. Like, bruh.
He knows. He knows.
Like, I'm not gonna blow up your spot, but
I have a reputation. I have a reputation, Theodora.
I met this motherfucker. He was a statue, but
Safety.
He doesn't know that. Ignacio has no idea. So.
Well, should we head up?
Good luck. Send word if you need anything.
You got it. And he'll head upstairs.
And I'll watch you go. Kind of. Ignacio's giving the small wave.
Not the royal wave.
A microwave, if you will.
No. Ouch.
Leaving you all to your thoughts. What do you do next?
Weldor, I believe it is time, before we leave, to give the good people a story. I have an idea that might also help protect the town.
All right. And as we hit like to the main like tavern level, is there like what's the situation? People.
People are still there. You can see at this point Ophelia has moved out of the meeting room that you had met her in. She's just by herself, but she's kind of assisting any injured, trying to pass out. At this point, it's probably been about an hour since you spoke to her. So at this point, passing out a fresh new set of like blankets, giving water, makeshifting some toys out of like bits and pieces that they've been able to bring in from outside of like scraps of wood. So you can see like little dolls are being made up for some of the kids, just trying to find some kind of entertainment and some kind of normalcy in this kind of space that they're currently locked in.
And I forgot who gotta look up some names really fast because I forgot. Because it's been a hot minute. Where is everyone? Who was who was the was that Tiefling bartender? I'm trying to remember who the bartender was. Alira, yeah.
Aldira, sorry.
Aldira, yeah.
So close.
Yep. Lots of O names. Kind of walk up to the bar. So, are we wanting to kick things off?
What do you mean kick things off?
Oh, well, it's supposed to be story time, right?
What? She just looks at you with like this look of like, wait, what?
All right. Don't worry about it.
Are you okay?
I don't know. But I think I might be. Eventually.
Okay. Well, whatever you're gonna do, good luck and don't hurt anything.
No promises.
That scares me more. And you see, like, she looks at her partner, like, across the room, like, with that knowing look, and you just see him just kind of slowly dip his head, kind of shaking it, knowing.
Well, if, folks, if you wouldn't mind if I lend, if you lend me your ear for just a minute. I thought it might be worth mentioning that, of course, this has been quite a trying day. I recognize that is a bit of an understatement, even coming from me. But I was thinking as we were trying to figure out what we do now, as we begin to recover and rebuild, I started to think about what brought me to Vybrin in the first place. You see, even in my travels across this wide world, I remember the first time specifically that I came here, and I always was like, when my adventuring days have come to a close, this place will be my home for as long as they'll have me, assuming that they would at the time. Because as far as I can remember, this has been my home. Now you might say to yourself, well, Weldor, you've only been here for, in the grand scheme of things, a few decades. And some of you much longer than even that. That's because I don't really know where I was born. My first memory, as I recall, was a small turtle on a white, sandy, beautiful beach.
Right when you say what your first memory is, I tap you on the shoulder for a moment, and I just, like, whisper to you, do you mind if I help with this a bit?
I'm counting on it.
Okay.
Again, white sandy beaches. Beautiful bluish green water. And all I had on my person was a note and a dagger. And a message that says, the world is your oyster. And your journey begins now. I assume I have parents, others that look like me. And I always imagined that one day I'd trip into one, find somebody. Didn't end up happening that way. And that's all right, because I found this wonderful little community. And I suppose at the time I chose it, and I was hoping that the community would choose me back. And you've more than done that. And as terrifying and awful as today is, the reality is we're still here. And we still get to choose what we do next. As far as right now goes, hold on to the people closest to you. And always choose them. You know, that turned into a bit of a lecture there. But as we and my compatriots here are about to head out, see if we can resolve this situation once and for all. I'm reminded of that day because that was the first day, as far as I know. And it was quite terrifying. But then some kind people were quite nice to me and helped me out. Just like we all help out each other every day. Because we choose each other every day. Whether it's white sandy beaches, dark acrid swamps, or anything in between. Even long dormant volcanoes.
As you're saying all of this, Blackstone, you had mentioned you were wanting to do something as Weldor is kind of describing these things.
I do.
Okay.
So a couple of things. I would like to take the memories that Weldor is sharing and project them to the audience. So these are not just things that they are hearing Weldor say, but they're things that they can visualize. That is thing number one. Thing number two, I think, requires spirit points. I would like to try to be a conduit between the audience of people who are listening, including our friendly neighborhood party members, and the tree outside.
Okay. And what are you hoping to do?
So, one of the things that came up earlier was that I think that the people of the town, and also in my interaction with the tree, were in need of like a lifting of their spirits, a bit of hope, if they will.
Okay.
So what I'm hoping to do is to have Weldor's story, which is bringing like hope and encouragement to people, and also hoping to share that same hope and encouragement with the tree outside, who is doing what it can to protect everyone.
Okay. You can, with what, I guess, what's the purpose that you're trying to do this?
So the tree was kind of like, I'm fighting for things, but I need energy to do that because nonsense is happening. So I am trying to infuse it with energy by sharing the positive feelings of the people in this tavern with this tree.
Okay. And how many spirit points would you like to wager? This is a bigger undertaking, so you're probably going to be spending a bit more.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna join that spirit point party as well.
Okay.
people have extra spirit points to just use on things?
This will be
Um,
you soon, Oria.
No, the thing is, so like here's like, listen, we have to spend them. I'm here to do weird stuff. Okay, so I'm going to start with 13 because that is half of the total I currently have.
Okay. 13.
I'll match that.
So 26 in total between the two of you?
Mhm.
Okay. Why don't you both make a spiritual check for me?
19.
19?
16.
16. As Weldor's words kind of settle in on the group, you can see that there are these small lights, almost like fireflies, not the fireflies that were around last night. These are smaller and range in color, from reds to blues to greens, spreading from around the room. And you can see a little bit of their energy kind of connecting into this web that's seeping into the ground of the tavern, because as you all know, the tavern is part of the tree. The tree has kind of wrapped itself around it. The roots have embedded itself into this place. And you can feel that the entire tavern feels slightly warmer. You don't think that it healed all the way, but this was yet another step forward into healing this tree. Progress has been made. And at that moment, we'll pan outside as Oria has snuck out to do some training, you mentioned?
Oh, no. If they're already done, then don't worry about it.
No, I've it's all good.
I'd rather get the whole party together and
Okay.
than split it now.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you all need to do or want to do in the tavern before heading out?
Yes. It's nothing big, like, and this can be happening while the story is being told and everything.
Okay.
I think Theodora wants to take time to, draw those weird flowers that they saw underneath the guard houses, just so they can have, like, you know, just so she can, like, commit it to memory while it's still fresh. And they can have something to compare it to if need be later.
Okay. Why don't you do a history check because you're doing it from memory?
Okay. What is my history? Nothing.
Straight roll.
Fell on the floor.
Oh no.
Oh, but it's a 15.
Yeah. You think you've got a pretty good replica of it, especially in the dim light that you were able to see the flowers for the split second before they changed. I think letting kind of the scent and the memory of the battle, how they moved, that kind of helped to guide putting it together on paper. But yeah, you think you have a pretty good sketch of it.
And then I do have a question.
Sure.
Because while Weldor was talking, he mentioned that he'd never met another turtle. Were there be any turtles like in my nomadic tribe? Because we often pick up just people.
Yeah.
I won't bring that up now, but maybe while we're on the road, I'll bring that up to Weldor.
They're definitely not common, especially since you and your kind of nomadic group have moved around and are more often than not in the kind of drier spots. And turtles seem to favor places near water in some capacity. So you do have a couple, but not as common.
Okay.
All right. And the rest of you all exit out of the tavern, seeing Oria kind of punching the air, doing some training.
Real quick before we leave, I go. What's her name again? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the bartender's name.
Aldira?
Yeah. I go back up. By the way, got to speak to Levi downstairs.
Oh?
Yeah. There might be hope for, it was temporary. We're able to eliminate this, not quite dormant or active effect that turns them into those monstrosities that we encountered yesterday. I'm not trying to. I suppose it's a difficult to. I'd hold on to a little bit of hope, because if Levi's alive, then everybody else might be.
That's true.
So, hope you don't mind me sharing a little bit of the burden.
And you see her kind of side eye where you normally have had set up your tea shop in the middle of the tavern. I think we're used to it by now.
Just kind of smile. See you soon.
Good luck.
You too.
And the door shuts behind, leaving you all outside. You can see the clouds tapering from Toby's lightning.
That was a wonderful, wonderful story. And I love everything that happened right now. However, Ori and I did see an explosion 30 minutes ago over that direction, and I didn't want to interrupt anything, so you might just need to go there now.
Get my armor.
They saw an explosion,
Yes,
and they saw the aftermath of an explosion. I'm trying to remember.
It was like the smoke, right?
Yeah, it was the
It was
smoke.
the aftermath of an explosion.
So either way, I think we probably should go check it out. I didn't want to interrupt your goodbyes or your story, but I think the longer we stay here, the harder it's going to be to find people or help anyone, or we're going to lose the trail soon, is what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Let's go.
Up in the air.
DM, is the explosion in the same direction that we would be traveling?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm immediately up in the air and I start going that direction.
All right. Doesn't take you long, Oria. You are quick. The rest of you are having to like hustle to keep up, I imagine, a little bit.
I'm not gonna like outrun everyone.
20 feet of movement. I don't know about that, Jordan.
I am going to outrun one of them. I have 45. How much do you weigh? Can I carry you?
I'm a big boy.
After
is +1.
about
Yeah, I think turtles are heavy.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a big boy.
they're a bit heavy, you know. It does take you a little bit, but eventually you do find right where Oria, you were taking Toby to fly around, having the How to Train Your Dragon moment. And you can see about 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes outside of the village to the northwest, kind of starting that journey, Weldor. You can see that there is indeed this kind of ingraining of like smoke into into the dirt and the mud around. Sorry, I was laughing at something in chat. So you can see there's like these soot kind of marks from wherever this kind of explosion occurred. About probably 5 foot by 5 foot would be the total in terms of the circumference of the explosion and the soot left over in the area.
Blackstone, any hints of the arcane?
Let me do an Arcana because I do not have detect magic. That is an 11 on Arcana.
It's hard to say. It's been a few hours and a lot of the trails of the magic are left out of it.
I haven't picked up on anything yet. But we'll probably pick up on something as we get closer.
And like nothing like around the immediate area has been disturbed outside of this 5 foot by 5 foot area and the soot.
Correct.
Does it seem like it's like hard soil? Or
do we want to collect a sample of this to study for later?
That might be wise. Yeah.
What were you saying, Toby?
Does it seem like it's this is dirt soil, or is like hard soil, or can it be digged? Is one border.
Can be dug. So it's kind of this marshy kind of soil. So it is soft. It's not kind of like the soil that you are used to, Toby, around like the farm and in that area. Still really rich in nutrients and stuff. You can sense that immediately, but there's more give and flexibility with it, just because there's water all around. It's overgrown, things like that.
Got it.
Can Sparky and I look to see if there's like, understanding that it's marshy and a little wet, any like trail, like physical trail indicating the direction?
Yep. And if you want to,
anybody,
since you have Sparky doing that with advantage, go for it.
Okay.
Oreo, what are you doing during this time?
You did.
I'm looking from above.
Okay.
I got a 16.
16? So you are able to catch a trail. It's very faint. Just with the rain that was happening last night, now several hours being passed as well. There is a very faint trail continuing the northwest along this kind of path.
Okay. Does the trail that we're following, does it seem to like come through in this area, stop where the explosion is, and then keep going past the explosion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's just soot. There's no like body parts.
No.
Nothing at all.
Just soot.
Okay. Does it? Okay. I don't know.
What? No, you had a question?
No. I had a question, and then I realized it didn't make sense, so I stopped asking the question.
Hey, Oreo, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Should I shout the question up there?
Oh, okay. And I fly down. You're from the Vale, where they teach you to like be like a monk and punch things, right? Yes.
But they also do spiritual things there, right?
Well, some people do. That's more of a cleric thing.
So,
They also teach clerics.
I
Very good
guess-
cleric school.
I guess between the things that you do as a monk, and I guess and then I kind of look at Weldor and squint ever so slightly, mostly like not like thinking, right? Between those two things, do either of you like follow, I guess, for lack of a better word, the spiritual trails that things might leave behind? Would that be helpful for tracking things?
I can try. I can hop over to the spirit realm, but it takes a lot of energy usually.
I have trail rations. I do not have a need for them. So maybe they will help with restoring your energy when you return. I'm very willing to share them.
Rest, but I could do it I could enter the spirit realm hopefully a few more times before I need a short rest.
Okay.
How many key points do I have? Okay, I have enough, yeah. Okay, stand back, and I just like punch myself into the spirit realm. Glory blows that
Okay.
Let's see if I can go to the spirit realm.
Let's see if it happens.
I will
Why are
laugh
you
if
hating
it doesn't
yourself?
work.
Why are you hating
Really
yourself?
funny.
One.
No.
Oh no! Wait, what? Something happens. Oh
Yeah, something
shit!
does happen.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
god.
I do not go to the spirit realm.
Nope.
But we haven't had this happen in a long time.
Oh no.
Here we
Funny
go.
that it happens when we're not fighting anything.
Oria turns into a potted plant.
Yep.
That is a possibility.
It is a very distinct possibility.
Oh,
I
The
know.
magic
that's
surge
why I
table?
said it.
It's wild magic surge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
sounds like it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
Yeah,
It's a
buddy.
wild magic, so I have to roll a D100.
Let me get
Yeah.
my table out.
Let's
knows
go.
what's about to happen.
Shit.
We all about to go to the spirit realm.
Everybody.
Oh. Well, let's blow
Let me know
everything
when
up.
you're ready for me to roll it.
I am good to go. I just pulled up your table.
That is an 18. So I just like to the spirit realm, start punching to the air, and nothing. I don't go, but this happens.
Oria, you feel this magic taking over.
It's happening. I'm about to get there.
Blackstone and the rest of you,
Oh,
are
yeah.
are you still flying up in the air, or have you landed? Just so I
No.
have that image.
I'm hovering like a few inches off the ground.
Yeah, Oria never
Wonderful.
walks. Oria's
Okay.
I
always
don't
hovering.
walk if I can avoid
This is
touching the ground.
perfect.
Her leg
Okay.
muscles are atrophied.
The rest of you see Oria's size getting slightly bigger,
Amazing.
and skin getting a gray as all of a sudden Oria now looks like a flying shark. You still have your wings, but they have shrunk down to almost like pixie wings,
so
you know, like the little
fast.
5-year-old, and you have a little pink tutu.
So shark with a tutu and little pixie wings.
Yep. And a little
Just like
blonde.
the worst, just like the scariest tooth fairy you could ever imagine.
100% yes.
I don't know what
Okay.
happened. This is the first time this has ever happened to me.
Perhaps you want to keep punching. I don't think that was the result you're aiming for.
No, I'll try it again.
I like
Maybe
I like lean over to Toby as this is happening. I'm like, this happened the first time she and I met. She turned herself into a potted plant.
Did you really?
Sometimes things happen that are weird. I don't go again. It fails. I'm gonna use another key point.
Oh my
look,
god.
I
Look-
just am punching.
How about this? How about this? Oria,
No, we're doing it.
Blackstone surreptitiously pulls out a pair of pom-poms to try to like cheer for
Woo!
Oria. Can I use that as like a help action
Sure.
for getting
We'll
Oria?
do
It's
that.
fine.
to
We
do
got
that?
there. Third time's a charm.
you got
I'm
it?
just struggling and struggling and struggling and poof.
All right.
I poof.
You poof. You're still in your shark form,
I
but
assume.
you will poof over into the
Oh,
veil.
this is a shark
I have
punch.
I have more questions about the shark. Is it like a full shark with like a tutu, or is it like shark from the waist up and then legs from the waist down?
No, full on shark.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
not-
amazing. I just
it's
so
slightly
happened to
less
It
learn
looks
it
like,
from
it
a
looks
shark.
like
what I was
Bruce
thinking.
from Finding Nemo with the tutu and the wand.
Oh, I'm 100% picturing
Is it a little tiara too?
the shark
Yes.
from Harley Quinn.
Yes. Yeah, very reminiscent of that.
How convenient. I'm a shark now.
You poof over into the. God, what is this game we play?
You're the one who gave me wild magic.
You were like, hey, I would like to do some weird shit, so here we go. You find yourself beyond the veil. Stars are before you. You can see in the distance, almost like shooting stars are being pulled towards something. But it's far enough away that it, at least right now, is not aware that you are also here.
But I've seen this happen
You
before,
have,
and I
yes.
know this is real bad.
Yeah.
The 6 seconds comes out and I poof back. All the stars are being pulled that way. It's something bad.
Is that in
Or-
the same direction
Did you-
we're traveling?
It just happens to be the same direction we're traveling, and last time I saw this was when everything went bad the last time.
Oh.
Did you see a trail did you see any trails by chance?
We'll
I
take
think
it back.
the stars being pulled are the
I forgot I'm a
trail.
shark
That's
now.
probably
I didn't see anything.
that's what it should
I-
sound
I-
like.
voice.
I only have an eye, I only have one eye on each side of my head. My depth perception is way off.
Yeah.
I just happen to have a
Look.
stuffed shark right
No.
here.
No,
at
my
this.
God.
This is me now.
Lord.
I'm
It's
the
a cat
captain.
in a shark suit, but we're gonna pretend it's
Oh
full
my
of
god,
shark.
I think I have a shark plushie and I'm absolutely gonna look for it on break.
Weldor is going to ask, refresh my memory, or this might be net new. The bad that happened last time. Could you educate me on that?
Well, it was when everything happened at Greenwich, not Greenwich. Blackstone, play the footage.
Ah, you know,
Alexa, please.
fair enough. Everyone gets there
A
is
visual learner.
everyone gets a mental image of the farm that we took all the dwarves to when we first met Eliza and the flowers there. You see myself and Aurea poof out of existence for a moment, and then we poof back and I look haggard and tired. And then there is kind of like an overlay of that moment where we're standing in the field and it looks like it's been like 6 seconds of time, but that 6 seconds extends and you see stars falling from the sky and this big this what looks like a giant maw covered in black and purple crystals swallowing stars out of the sky.
Yeah, that's that way. The way we're going.
And
Seems like we're on the
Toby
right track.
instinctually touches his where the bag of holding was to see if it's still there, and it's not. But he's like, oh, okay. I don't want that to happen to me again. So let's just be careful with what we picked up.
Well, the good news is, it seems to not be well, I guess the best way to say it is, the area beyond the veil is this very large expanse, and this creature is not an omniscient creature, so it doesn't see everywhere or know everything. Which is good, because if it had known we were there, it would have tried to eat us.
That is true. I
I'm
don't think it knew.
going to correct a thing
Oh,
because
no.
it did notice you, if you recall.
It knows.
It
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I remember it
opened
noticed
its
me and it sent
eye,
me
and
it sent me back, but it's
Yeah.
also a thing of like,
Maybe we were lying to them.
well, no, like, but like Aurea was able to poof in and out without this creature being
Sure.
like, aha, I also see you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And
It
I-
is very large, so we probably don't want to. We'll see it before we get to it. I don't know how long I'm going to be a shark.
You got
Hey,
10
Toby?
minutes.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Toby.
Yeah.
Next time you're feeling bad, you can just say.
That's the thing about it. I didn't feel bad. I just felt. I don't remember exactly how I felt, but I just didn't know I was feeling that way. Does that make sense?
Oh, well, let me amend then. Next time you feel strange, you can let us know.
I will do. Thank
'Cause
you.
We don't want you to be dealing with something by yourself.
Thank you, Theodora. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I just don't. Do y'all think that this thing?
April, I love you so
April is
much.
You are such a delight.
Take
I
a point
love
of
you.
inspiration, April. Like, I have to reward it. I have to.
Is it a
It's
kitty
more
though?
inspiration.
No, it's a shark.
It's a
But
shark.
it looks.
Yeah, it's a cat dressed as a shark.
It's
Oh,
a cat dressed
got
as a
it,
shark
got
outfit.
it. Oh, it's so cute.
But if I hold it this way, it's just a shark.
With paws. You can
Shush,
see the little
it ate
paw.
something. I keep trying to hold them back.
Remember, perception, because, eyes are right
I
here.
can't see.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So do y'all think that this, whatever creature it is the same one? Are they? Is the same kind of creature that we saw back in what's her name's place over in the cabin?
Clara,
Clara.
Or-
Exactly.
the dwarf girl.
Yeah.
I think this is much larger than that, but I do feel like there might be only one. I hope there's only one. The thing can eat stars. If there's more than one, we're real screwed.
I think if I can be honest with you, I think this is a manifestation of Belsarion in the spirit realm, because it's following the same path that he's been taking.
That's a pretty good hypothesis.
Oh.
And that maybe the stars that he's eating are more like giant spirits of things,
I think that's plausible.
which would be even more
considering-
terrifying.
I think
I
that's correct based on.
I believe per
what
our
we know.
observations, I can confirm that that is correct.
Well, then it's just getting stronger, and he's eating the spirits of things and getting stronger.
Well, let's see if we can fix that then.
We
I
should
hope
be
so,
walking
because
and
if-
talking then.
Oh, Deodora's
yes.
like gone on the path that she
Yeah,
found. Like she's
same.
If
Yeah,
y'all are
Weldor's-
following,
Yeah,
No,
what-
I'm
I
just
yeah,
think
saying,
Weldor's-
while
I'm
we're
in-
walking and talking at the
talking,
same
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
it's the West
I-
Wing vibes.
I will ask.
Hold on, I am flying face down, so it's like
Oh my god!
Dude.
Just
Dude. Amazing.
I
Fucking
Um,
flying shark with a pink tutu. Nice.
oh my god, adorable.
Jordan, how far out would Weldor expect some visitors? Because typically when he's heading to Felk, there is an escort.
Typically, though, you've sent word to Geegan whenever you are heading that direction. So that's when they've usually have right around here would be when they are kind of posted. But
Okay.
nobody currently.
So because I kind of forgot about that, because I certainly would have done that before we left.
Okay.
I would have just even cast sending to do it.
Okay.
Was there a response in that case?
What's the message you are sending?
Okay. Geegan, Weldor here. Need to come through. Bit of an emergency. Vybrin hurt real bad.
After a few moments, you can feel the presence of Gigan kind of coming into contact with the sending.
Oh, one quick addendum.
Yes.
Bring us some new friends. Very trustworthy.
Okay. You can feel the magic connection taking. And you hear in response, "Well, there you are. I've been wondering where you've been. It's rude to keep a lady waiting." Ooh, new friends. I'm excited. I'll, send the usual. And the message stops.
So then, fast forwarding back to current. By the by, should be hopefully expecting company here pretty soon. Typically, when right about here, typically get an escort felt properly.
Okay.
Just a heads up.
Should we wait for them or should we just keep going?
We can keep going.
I can try to fly up and see if I can see them coming.
You look very cute, by the way.
Thank you.
And we'll say
I feel very cute.
moment.
I love this form. I hope I stay like this forever. I don't know why my voice changed again.
Yeah,
Very
can we
hard to
change
talk
Aurea?
with a shock.
Can we change Aurea to like a Saugan?
Right?
We'll say at that moment you can hear coming from the northwest, kind of joining onto this path, the sound of kind of sticks breaking every so often, knowing full well that friends are on the path, as you all see stepping into view two very similar looking half elves. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey,
Yay.
I know them.
You know, damn.
I know them.
So, y'all, we are going to take a about 10-minute break. We may or may not have Shark Aurea still be a thing when we return. Who knows?
So we will.
It's
I feel like I must stay this way
Oh,
forever.
yeah, shark doo doo.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, shark doo doo doo.
That's what I was trying to sing earlier. Flying shark doo doo.
That's a Sharknado.
That's a
a
oh no.
Sharknado.
Just like spinning.
Jordan, don't play with me. I've watched every Sharknado multiple times.
Amazing.
Tight, y'all.
This.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go hydrate, stretch. We'll see you all shortly.
See you in a few.
Berkeley.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the South Coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wallet there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
Easy to.
I'm bored.
We can go scream at the cat for another hour.
Nah, I'm tired of screaming at the cat.
Shut up with that! Be bored no more with 1985 games. Enjoy their vast variety of products and help bring your tabletop to a whole new level. With easy-to-use dungeon sticky notes. The deck of stories holds prompts and adventure hooks for any setting, and thousands of cutout game pieces with their dungeon craft.
You've come all this way for nothing, fool! The princess is mine! You'll never get away with this, Malachor!
Write everything down in your Hero Notes journal and start your adventure today! Visit the World Wide Web address 1985games.com and find many helpful products such as their Dungeon Craft series, battle maps, deck of stories, miniatures, dungeon notes, and now VHS dice. Again, that's 1985games.com.
I am going to use my move action to calmly walk right out of the door of the house and into the street.
Okay, he's blocking the door frame, so.
Oh, that's fine. I'm, something. Let's just have this moment since they're talking. And we're like, excuse me, I'd like to step outside, please.
Roll persuasion? Like,
oh my god, amazing.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
That is a 19 on persuasion.
That we've chatted about different characters being facets of your personality. Whether that be Olabar, or Brunor, or Robroth, or Hideaki. There's so many, and a lot of them you and I have had overlap, which has been very interesting to see. What is Weldor to you in terms of that facet of your personality? Especially now with this kind of news and revelation of like this may be paying an homage to your dad in a bit.
Yeah, which is really interesting. I was thinking about that specifically earlier today, and the word that came to mind was peace. Like, he's my peace.
What?
Didn't
I
get
don't know
that,
what that was.
Robo. It didn't get it,
Nope.
but very nice try. It was just a second early. Welcome back, everyone, from break. I hope you were able to get up, stretch, move around. We have grabbed some snacks, some drinks to hydrate with, and we are going to get back on into this. To kind of set the scene, Oreo, you are still in your shark form with the tutu. As the group has left Vybrin after having a brief discussion with Levi, and has headed on the path northwest. They encountered this spot where there seemed to have been a small explosion from the night before. And as this investigation, as well as jumping back and forth within the spirit world, has left a profound transformation on Aurea at the current time, as there is a shark with a tutu also with the party now. We are catching up as two half-elves are kind of walking towards the group, kind of looking with amusement, especially at the shark with the tutu between each other. You see a half-elven woman with brown hair and bright blue eyes. She appears to be in her late teens, early 20s, with red and green armor. You can see that she has a bow and arrow, kind of, the bow's kind of tucked behind her and arrows are at her sides. You can also see that there are several daggers along her sides as well. To the left, you also see very similar half-elf with brown hair, but very short, with bright blue eyes. Again, appears to be late teens, early 20s, with red light armor. This one has streaks of yellow. It's almost like the leaves from fall have kind of been placed, and that is how their armor looks. It has a very natural kind of look to it versus like the leather and things like that. He is has to his sides two long blades that are kind of you see him kind of has been playing with them as he's been walking, kind of bored. Just kind of every now and then just kind of like cutting grass and like doing some moves as they're kind of walking, but kind of immediately stops upon seeing this group as they head in your direction. Well, this is an interesting group.
Always seems to be.
And you see this is the woman speaking up. I'm Sylvinia. Geegan said y'all were friends. Have you ever seen one of those before? And she's just kind of subtly gesturing to the shark with the tutu.
Oh,
I've never seen me before either.
It talks. Oh my gosh.
It's temporary. Don't worry. She doesn't often look like this.
Oh, okay.
Though it is cute.
It's very cool. We've never seen
Thank you.
anything like it. So, and she kind of elbows in the stomach her brother. It's rude to like stare. God damn it, Fair. And you see like
it's rude to stare.
Sorry. Yeah, we're here to escort you to Felk if that's where you're going.
Yep. We sure are.
Okay.
But hopefully not for long. Not that I don't miss all of your fine company, but
listen, you got making up to do with Geegan. You set her up for your date.
You did what?
Happy.
Weldor.
She was waiting under the full moon, and you left her.
That reminds
We're not
me
with
of
him.
a friend that I. That reminds me of a friend that I miss.
there is.
Oh. Not even here to defend themselves.
I know.
Somewhere a dragon is just got sad.
Like,
She got all dressed up in her finery and was sitting under the moon under her tree. You never showed.
It's not that I never showed. I was indisposed.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
What are you trying to imply?
You stood a lady up. I'm not implying anything. It just looks like turning around to lead back down the path.
I see not much has changed.
Yep.
Are most people who wield magic fraught with difficulties when it comes to dates? I have several questions about this.
To date? See, I'm the last person you want to ask about this because I've never actually had a date.
You've never had a date?
No, I haven't.
Does Aurea, who's also never had a date.
Oh, I've had a date. I've had many dates.
The fruit?
Well, those two. I have exes in my past.
Insisting so hard.
We'll see at this point, Aurea, you're transforming back.
No! In front of the new people, I'm melting. No, I'm fine.
Can the shark teeth stay just for
like a homicide?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh Lord.
I'm a piranha.
So since I saw a shark with wings, and I'm a druid.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Roll a history check. Roll a history check.
Ah!
I'll allow
Because
it. Roll
history,
a
who can
history check.
assist?
Can
I
I
assist?
I'm gonna use
because
my
I would be with
one.
advantage because he literally just saw this.
Robo
Sorry,
has inspiration
sorry,
too, by the
Duval.
way.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
No. I don't want Robo to use inspiration for that.
fluffy.
We're saving those. I'm assisting because I was one.
are you gonna be like, paint me one of your French girls real quick before you change for?
Paint
for
me like
Toby?
one of your French girls.
All right, fine.
History,
You can
history,
get
history.
inspiration.
Hell.
The tail
Wait,
goes
what is
this
inspiration?
way.
That's a advantage then.
Yep.
Oh, okay. 21.
Nice.
You can turn into a shark with wings and a tutu.
And the
We thought we were gonna stop with owlbears? Hell nah.
No. We're
We're
gonna
gonna go
tiara.
flying together, friend.
2 more levels. Let's go level 8.
Yeah.
Giant eagle? Nah, flying shark.
It's like to give you an idea of the wings. If you've seen A Bug's Life, when the caterpillar.
Oh my god.
The little,
Oh my
beautiful little
god.
butterfly.
I'm a beautiful
Oh my-
little butterfly.
It's so beautiful. Anyways, so Tasalk and Sylvinia are kind of not necessarily flanking. Tasalk is in the lead, and Sylvinia's kind of dropped back, and it's just kind of like is hands behind back, kind of bent, but also giving full side eye to Weldor. So you gonna talk about where you've been, like at all?
I mean, I could, but knowing you two, you're just gonna turn it into a different story and spread it throughout the rest of the city. So
Us?
don't really see much of the point.
She immediately turns to look at Deodora. Let me guess. You had to save him, correct?
I mean, in a way, yeah.
Thought so.
But I don't really. I mean, people need saving sometimes.
That's true. Giga needed her night saved, but he wasn't there.
I would love to step outside of the game and just be like, wow! Wow!
Damn. Coming for your throat.
I
bro.
mean, okay, all right.
Oh my
okay.
god.
All right. Jacob will remember this. Oh boy. Okay. Coming at me like this.
I think there are more pressing matters to deal with right now.
Although we haven't really been told like what's been going on, so apologies if our demeanor's a little bit different.
It's not different. This is
Theodora's
for the course.
inappropriate is what I mean.
Theodora's
Oh,
like
no
low-key
apologies
side-eyeing.
needed. This was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Theodora's
I like
low-key
her.
side-eyeing to Sook because he was just cutting grass with his fucking sword.
He's still doing it as he's walking. Like he's.
Is he going? Yeah.
He's not making any noise. He's just, you see every now and then he'll like run forward and go like across the grass, like cutting.
So 100% like a 13-year-old hot
Yes.
topic sword teenager.
100%.
Hate it.
Well, while we're on the subject, has anything been exciting back home?
Nah. Everything's been the same.
That is, if I'm being honest, really nice to hear. Vybrin was just under attack after all.
Everybody okay?
Unfortunately, no. But mostly alive. Just a lot of repairing to do. And part of the reason why we're heading this way is we believe the person behind this this attack is just to the northwest of Falk right now. If anything, we have reason to believe that they might have traveled through.
No, they didn't travel through at least. No one's been through the barrier except us in the last couple days.
That's good to know.
Yes. You're
Jordan,
really pretty with your wings.
Oh, okay. Sorry, out of game.
That's me.
Okay.
Okay.
That was
Out of
amazing.
game. So, when we left the crater, there was a trail.
Mhm.
Has that trail stopped?
Mm-mm.
Or have we followed that trail this whole
You've been
time?
following the trail the entire time.
So, okay. Nothing has come through recently. There's been a trail. We've been following a trail here.
Nothing through Felk. Felk is protected by a barrier, so it's possible they passed around us, but unless they've got, and she kind of points at Weldor's and gestures too, and you see similar, there's a small pearl on there. Unless they have one of those, they're not getting into the barrier.
Can I look around and see if the trail diverted?
Sure.
If we just lost the trail somewhere? Okay.
Yep. If you want to make an investigation or
Perception?
why not?
That's so
Why not?
much better at that.
Magic is weird.
Doesn't matter. I got an 8.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Wait! I'm gonna pull
Wait.
a bear. I have a pet.
you do.
Cats! Are you out here somewhere?
You have to name her, my goodness.
Can I roll while Oria's scrambling to find her displacer piece?
Well, no,
Tails.
because hold on. There's got to be a moment.
Hang on, y'all. Let April
Hold on,
do
hold
this
on.
thing.
Because, as you've seen, this has been the displacer beast.
Mm-hmm.
That this has been my friend.
Got it.
Because
I know.
I call out, Beans! Are you out there?
Beans.
And this appears.
Oh!
Matches
my
Sparky.
God.
It matches Sparky, and I had to stop it because thank you, Fluffy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you,
For our new
Fluffy.
displacer beast. Its name is Beans because I opened the box and I just screamed Beans and I don't know why.
We're here for
So
it.
I realized that
Done.
was the name. So
It-
I would like to use Beans to help me find the trail.
Sure, so we've settled on beans. Okay.
You just seemed like one all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Listen, no judgment. I'm
We went
here
through a
for it.
lot
I
and
do
you
enjoy
changed
beans.
forms a bit and you're a little bit of a bean shape now, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but in a good way.
Well, you've been feeding me the good food, so, you know.
Yes.
So what am I helping you with?
Can you help me find this trail? That
What
I think we've been
kind-
following.
What kind of trail?
I don't know that trail. Like the one
There's
that we've
a-
been following.
There's a lot of trails. Are we talking magic? Are we talking... What are we... Give me a little bit more.
Out of
Beans
character,
is very
DM. I
tired.
don't know. What is this trail? We've
It was
been
a
following
physical,
a trail.
It was a physical.
It was a
Physical
physical
trail.
trail.
Yep.
Yes, that physical trail that we've been following.
Okay.
like footprints.
Oh, so are you I mean, we're on the trail, so what are you looking for exactly?
They said no one's gone through. They've said no one's gone through for days.
Gaslighting displacer beast.
They had
Let's
to
go.
have turned at some direction.
No,
or gone around or gone over. So I'm trying to figure out if it's changed directions.
No, I mean the path, and you just see the little tentacle is just pointing along the path, going for. No.
Well, then are you calling them liars?
No.
Are they liars?
I'm just very confused. What am I doing?
And this is why I don't ask for help.
This is
Go
the
do
first
your
time
thing.
you've ever talked to me.
Oh,
Why are you so upset?
Totally disappeared.
Amazing.
So, to clarify, she was very confused what you were asking because you were asking if there was a path for her, which there is. There's no diverting.
No,
path.
I was asking her to help me find the trail that we've been following this way here. I thought there was a physical trail.
You're
And
on a
if no
physical
one's-
path, but the original check that you were doing for Blackstone involved spirit. If there was a kind of a spirit or archaic kind of trail left over. Yes, fair.
I had also done a check, and you had said there were footprints, and I think that's what April's referring to.
Got it. Okay, sorry. Misunderstood.
Yeah, because I thought we saw something leaving the crater, and we've been following
and
it
it's
this
still
way
been
as
going
well.
along this path. It has not diverted.
So then it's gone through these people.
You
Well, we
haven't
haven't
arrived
made it
at
to Felk yet.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
haven't
we haven't
arrived
had
at
a Felk
Felk yet.
So the trail is still nothing's diverted yet. Nothing's changed yet, as far as we know.
Okay. But they said nothing has gone by for days.
Nothing's
and
gone
this
through
trail has
Felk.
been
Through the barrier.
Through the
Yeah,
barrier.
but wouldn't they have seen someone coming? If they were heading towards us and we were following something that headed towards them.
They were only a couple
Remember, I had to call for
hours.
them.
Yeah, and the crater was from last night. So this
Okay.
is several hours difference. I see where you're going, and I love
Yeah.
what you're doing. No, it would not have worked with where the crater had appeared.
Then I'm gonna start paying attention more to the trail that we've been following to watch for when it diverts.
Perfect.
variance.
And I'll imagine
Perfect.
that Beans is assisting with that now that we are all on the same page. Perfect. No, I love the questions.
Theodore and Sparky will be doing the same thing.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, can you also take Bolita?
Of
Oh,
course.
we're not leaving. Wait, take her where? Take him where?
To just learn a bit about how to track stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, we
Bolita?
talked about this.
Theodore would be better. The way I track things is I look down and I follow it. But if I lose it, I don't know how to find it again.
Oh, am I good at that? I'm really good at that. Okay,
Because that's survival, right?
that's survival, right?
Yeah, I have a +2 in that.
Holy crap! I got a +6. I'm
Oh,
really good
I
at
got
that.
a
I'm
plus-
Toby, can you
I got
teach
a
us how to
+5.
track?
Yeah, Toby, you teach me. What are you talking about?
I'm no longer helping with this. They're going to track. I'm going to stay up in the air. Look.
Okay. Can I use my survival to just track this tracks?
We will just say all three of you are tracking. We're
Hell
just
yeah.
we're just gonna do that just for the sake of brevity, and so that way going
Yeah.
forward there is no confusion.
Track
Yeah.
team.
Going forward.
Team.
Get jackets.
Boy.
Oh my
oh,
god,
boy.
yes. Matching track jackets.
I'm down.
Lord.
I'm not even tracking. Yeah.
So you're looking around. As of right now, the path is still going forward on the same path that you were going on. There's no diverting. You can see tracks of other animals that have approached the path or crossed it, but nothing otherwise. Is there any conversation that you all wish to be having as you're walking? Felk is about, as I mentioned, 4 or 5 hour walk from the village.
I would like to see if I can pick up on any arcane shenanigans now that we've had like a bit of time to like walk up the trail, look around, talk to people and things.
Okay. So are you looking for an arcane trail or?
Yep.
Okay. You want to go ahead and roll?
That is a nat 20.
Okay.
Basically, I'm following an arcane trail. Basically, you know, like that magical, I think it was like 5 feet of soot that we collected the sample from. I want to be like, one, like, one, is there arcane shenanigans going on over here? And then two, is any of that aligned with whatever residual magic is in this soil sample, if there is any?
Sure. With the nat 20, you're able to pick just the kind of dying threads. Again, it's still on the same path y'all are going on. No diverting, nothing.
Okay. Is it, as far as the magic type it is, right, is there, for example, is there teleportation shenanigans happening? Is it transmutation or whatever is happening there?
That's harder to tell because it's more so just this person walking down the road from where they bamfed kind of thing. I love... literally, Fair, call me on it. I was literally saying this yesterday. I was like, I'm waiting for that chair moment. It's this fucking path.
It's the chair. It's the chair.
Yesterday,
You're right.
You told us that something was going a direction, and then these people came a direction. They've got to see each other.
It's so fair, but it's so funny. It's a path. It's a path you're walking. There's only one path forward.
If there's only one road, they had to hit
Calculus.
the checkpoint. Where's the checkpoint?
Where is the same point?
I just love
Jordan literally said yesterday, was talking about how, like, I think the previous group got caught up on a door, and she was like, I can't wait to see what
we get caught up on. Yes.
And now, and like, it's like
This is
a
the door.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
This is the door. That's really funny.
This is the door.
Oh my
Same
god,
path.
I love it.
Only one path. That's it.
Yep, that's it. Before
I love all of these
What
questions
we're
that I swear
following
to...
already went down this. I'm obsessed with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry.
I love you all.
It's
I
like
love how
paranoia.
observant and how you all want to do everything. It's a goddamn path and you're walking
It's
on
a
it.
path, and you're walking on it. God damn it! Amazing. To answer your earlier,
I'm flying.
That's true. To answer your earlier question, Jordan,
Crying.
after a little while, he'll look to Savino and Tussulk and so by the way, how are Lilith and Xeris? Everything going all right there?
Lilith had her hands busy because he kind of stood up Geek and her best friend, so kind of had to.
How does those
flowers or something at least to like try to smooth this over? Like maybe? Yes,
You're
fair.
crafting flowers from the side of the road.
Deodora's getting impatient. Deodora's getting impatient with this fucking line of conversation. There's people There are
people dying.
There are people who are dead, so maybe we can just not talk about this right now.
Oh.
Well, it's because we're walking and talking down this path, Fair.
Why don't you check for fucking if the footprints diverge, Oria?
The sad.
The shade, the fucking shade that is happening.
You kind of just see Savino just kind of just goes back into place and just kind of her brother giving like a look back because he's walking in front. And
It's
she
just
mouths, for anyone who has passive perception above a 17, you just see her mouthing awkward, like as they're just walking.
He's gonna.
I don't, but Deodora's just like, I just think that it's. I mean, we told you that Vybrin was attacked, and you're still talking about this.
We were just trying to lighten the mood a little bit, but
And for the sake of simplicity, he Weldor will run through the entirety of the events, soup to nuts, all of it.
Okay.
And then at the end, so you can see why Deodora here is more concerned about this.
And again, apologies, we didn't.
And I'll find some damn flowers.
Good. We weren't gonna say anything. Oh look, we're here as like you're rounding the bend.
Can I just say really quick? When I looked at the description of they're twins. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna hate them. I'm gonna hate them so much, and I was so right. I was so right. Well played.
And I think like she mouthed awkward, and Deodora didn't catch that, but like to Deodora, it does not feel awkward. She's just like, shut the fuck up, child, because we have things to fucking do.
Adults are talking.
Like, get out of grown folks' business. Do
Go to the kids' table so we can play canasta.
Yes.
That's a really sounds.
No, you cannot have steak. That's for the fucking adults. All right.
Hold on. These two people are like Oria's age. Calm down.
Yeah, they're like 19 or 20.
Oria's feeling the flames sleeping.
I am also Gen Z. Why is everyone so upset?
All right. I know we have a lot of energies going on. I love it. Okay, so Oria, Beans, Theodora, Sparky, Toby, Nita, Blackstone,
everybody,
and Corbin, because why not? Corbin, you all see that the path does diverge. So you all are turning left around this bend, and you can see it's not exactly a path, but where the brush has kind of been pushed down and trodden upon, continuing to the right past this area. Yes, April.
It was gonna be the path diverged. The path diverged. We should really, really pay attention to that. But not like everybody. I think I don't want to lose track of what we're tracking. Tidora, you said something, but I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Let me fly down.
We are so unhinged today, and it's like
what is going on?
Pride Month, y'all.
It's Pride Month.
I agree. We should. Oh my god, I'm getting annoyed. I'm about to kill everyone. Theodora attacks. I crit.
That's what I've been trying to unlock.
No, I agree. We need to be here, but we also need to stay on this path. And the path is going that way.
Should we split?
That's the path to the Unitel.
To the what?
The what?
Unitel? And this is Sylvinia saying this. She's gotten very serious, and you kind of see she's looking very carefully between everybody as she's talking.
Repeating the word doesn't
know what that means.
Reading the
it's a sacred area nearby.
Oh. Does it have power?
I guess, and just asking, what do you mean by power?
Spiritual power, something that can, like a conduit for magic type of situation.
Yeah, it's got components there. It's where we've, in the past, we've buried our people there. So.
When's the last time anyone's been by there?
We haven't gone in a while. We've been on lockdown since things have been happening at Vybrin, so.
Right.
Should we try to look in the spirit world again and see if that's the direction?
I was going to ask you if you can do that.
Okay.
I also have a question out of character.
Sure.
The background.
The soot that we saw in that clearing or whatever. Were the footprints that we've been following, did they have soot on them for a while? And then I would imagine it would come off, but there was soot. Okay.
Yes.
Did it smell? Did the soot? I should have asked this before, but did the soot smell like anything besides
like
ash?
Fire and ash. Yeah, that was all that it really stunk of. Although actually, you would have probably gotten a hint of like vinegar, or like an acidic kind of smell to it.
Okay. Do I still smell that?
No.
No. Okay.
Would I know? Total shot in the dark here. Would I know if Eliza had like vinegar like on her person, like as a spell component?
Yeah. Yes.
So would I know, or is the answer yes?
The answer is yes. You would know.
Okay.
And yes.
Got it. Okay. Great.
Yes to both.
Great.
Yes,
okay.
To both.
Okay.
I did manage to make it to the spirit world on my first try this time.
Amazing. Nice. Okay. You see the same stars before you, and this time it's slightly closer, but you see in the distance that kind of black, purple entity that's slowly pulling stars into its kind of current. Same direction, going along that path, yes.
I pop out. It might not be exactly that, but it is that direction.
Well,
Would you two mind a bit of a detour?
I think that's a good idea.
Sure. We'll pop into the barrier and just so we're not out, but just let us know. Yes, fair.
Sorry, I just another question. How long have we been walking?
About 4 or 5 hours between that time.
Okay. Would that, since we were walking and not doing anything, would that have counted for a short rest for Aurea so she could get her key points back?
Yes.
Okay.
Good question. Yes.
You were muted there.
Love you, April.
I just said yes. Give me them back. I went back to I like this voice. I have to make it something. I don't know what came from, but I really like it.
I fucking love Shark.
Yeah, also a smoker.
That is, I need a plushie of that now.
Sharkoria.
Yeah, we'll pop back into the barrier and just shoot Egan a message, and we'll be here.
As always, though ridiculous, I do appreciate you two very much.
And you see they both, having now been told off, their demeanor, they have shifted full into like soldier mode, and they just kind of give you a like the salute of respect and kind of head. You see, do you all stay there to watch them go, or are you just immediately heading?
Unless anyone says anything,
I think Aurea's already started going that direction.
Okay. All right.
It's like, are you sure you don't want to go with them? It seems like there's a lot of things you need to do there. And it flies away.
So, could the thing be sucking up the energy that's around there then, too?
Another pretty good hypothesis there, Toby.
Especially if it's a sacred place, it would potentially be full of spirit energy. Like a battery.
I think we need to hurry up to this place because the most time that passes, I guess, the most energy it gets. So I think we should hurry up there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go ahead then?
We are power walking.
Oh, we're power walking? Okay.
We're power walking.
Yeah, Grandma, Sunday night, Sunday morning, in the mall.
Then I'll go full speed then.
Aurea, be careful.
You as well. Gone.
I wish I could fly.
Not gonna lie.
Stops midair. I could take one of you with me.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Toby's the only one you could actually carry.
Yeah.
Hold on, if I'm gonna split the party, at least give me a fighting chance. I take Toby with me.
All right. Both of you be careful.
We'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're right behind you.
And Aurea, you lift off again with Toby.
As that happens, I'm gonna cast aid on Toby, Theodora, and Aurea.
Ooh, what does that mean?
You all get 5 additional max hit points, as well as your your current hit points and your hit point maximum increased by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Oh, so not temp. This is like an actual.
This is actual. And
Yep.
I do still have temp from your delicious breakfast.
Yep, 3 temp hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope, went the wrong way.
The big bad. Damn it!
I overrode my hit points to be 5.
Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that!
No, that's just your spirit points.
There's a good chance if I die, okay?
Hey, who are you telling?
And then I'm gonna go full speed, dash, action, bonus action, speed.
Everything.
And my flying speed is the same as my walking speed, so that's 45. So I'm going 45 times like action, bonus action. 135 feet.
Okay.
Around.
Mugs, man. Mugs.
Toby, put on your goggles.
Toby all of a sudden like has the
Woody.
Oh my god, there's just bugs all over his face.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay. All of you are continuing along that trail to the northwest. You are traveling for a good...
Sparky, hush.
I know, Sparky is trying to keep up and just not being able to. After about an hour it takes, you find that the trees are starting to lessen. The area around you is changing slightly, still having that kind of woodsy swamp feel, but you are at the top of a hill. And before you is this clearing. And it expands further to the right and to the left. Down towards the bottom, you can see that part of the river kind of comes through this area. And there's one singular tree that's about 100, maybe 120 feet away. That's kind of solo there. And you can see that in contrast to the area around you, the leaves on it are dried up and dead. The grass around this area too, you can tell that it's green, but the moment you step, it's like stepping onto dust as the grass starts to disintegrate. To the right, you can see there's a circular formation of rocks that have formed. Think for visual, very looking like Stonehenge, but in the center there is what appears to be a tomb with this all made of stone, and you can see that there's markings on it. Blackstone. For a moment, it's like rain kind of covers your eyes for a moment, and you see this place in a different view. You see it lively. You see 4 young humanoids at the bottom of the hill by the tree. And someone saying, "Go," as they scatter, and as they are separating, it shifts back to the scene that you are all currently in.
Can we get a closer look at that tomb?
Mm-hmm.
If we're above? And does whatever's there know that we're there?
So it's just the tomb. Currently, there's nothing else that's in there.
Okay, sorry, I thought... My bad.
It was just the memory that Blackstone was seeing.
I'd get closer down to it.
Okay. You are able to get down and immediately can feel that there is a presence. You and Toby would also see, not immediately by this place, but, and I would imagine actually seeing this as you're flying over there, scattered very far apart to the edges of this kind of field. You can see several of the plants that you saw in Vybrin in the shade. They have not seemed to notice your presence as you are flying just out of their perception. I rolled very poorly. Do not see that. But as you get closer to the kind of tomb and the stones and stuff, you can see that the stones themselves rise up about 15 feet in the air. Some are straight. Some of them are kind of on their side, leaning slightly. Others are completely on their side on the ground. The tomb itself seems to be kind of almost like a tree trunk cut out of the ground the top, but it's stone. And you can see there's etchings on the sides. Why don't you both roll perception with advantage for me, please?
$15.
15.
And also after I clocked the plants, I would try to stealth.
I figured as much.
22 for me.
22.
Roll.
If you need me to roll a stealth.
Yes, if you could please.
That's better. 25.
25. As you are quietly moving over this tomb, you can see the actual, like, door or surface of it has the carvings. It's very hard to see, but with those rolls, you can see distinctly two trees that have been separated and are seemingly trying to reach each other. And there's a long line down the middle. On the northwest facing side, it's very small, but you see the Ouroboros mark, the one that you found in those books all those weeks ago in Greenwich's office.
As soon as I see that, I'm gonna think really hard to Blackstone, because I still think Blackstone can hear me. Because Aurea still doesn't really understand how that works. And tell Blackstone all of this.
If I can see all of this happening, I'm just going to go, you seem to be very focused in concentration. Do you need help with something?
Always hear me. This just proves it that every time I do this, it'll always work. And I just tell you everything that we're seeing in the Ouroboros and the plants, or what side they're on, so not to go that direction.
Have you touched the marking?
No. Normally people don't want me to just touch things. That leads to bad things. But I'll touch it.
Well, all things being considered, I would probably recommend it, because if you touch it and something bad happens, Diodora would never forgive me.
So are you telling me to touch it or not to touch it?
Do not touch it. Also,
okay.
I could
bump Toby into it. Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
I will communicate this to the others and see what we find out. What side of the trail are you on?
We're on and I tell them what side, because Aurea would know.
The northwest.
The northwest. Also, the whole time for you, Robo, I am speaking out loud.
Oh, okay. So, wait, were you going to throw me?
No, I'm not going to throw you anyway. Don't worry, don't worry. Blackstone said don't touch the mark.
Oh, okay.
So for, I guess, Weldor and Diodora, the twins aren't here. They have already long departed. Sorry to intrude. However, and then y'all just see the big blazing Ouroboros sign. It seems that Aurea found one of these just over in this direction, off to the northwest here of the trail. And there are also some rather dangerous plants in that direction as well. I think those are similar to the ones that we found in the town. I was very tempted to touch the symbol, but I also told Aurea to not touch it. So I think Aurea and Toby will both be out of danger. And such, but I am curious about how close these are to a town that has the ability to make a giant protective barrier. I wonder if there's something that shields them from being found or sensed or seen.
Exactly my thought process as well. I find it quite odd that they haven't been by a place that they care so much about. Not Noel, anyway. Well, shall we see what we're up against?
Think that Felk's been corrupted.
I don't know. But if we resolve the situation here, there's a likelihood that if there is, it would uproot that corruption at the same time. A hunch, but a decent one.
Then let's keep moving.
I'll fly Toby and I back to them so we can kind of make the plan before we go somewhere else.
And as Theodora says that, as much as I want to take my time, I don't think we have much more.
Could that also mean that whatever this thing is sucking up on all the magic, could it mean that it also sucks the magical protection that Felk has over it? So it weakens it, and people can get in, or people who can't get in. Also, what's Felk?
Well, there is a way to find out about at least one of these things. How far away is the town, or like is the barrier from where we're standing?
An hour.
Okay. Well, why don't we walk up to the town and see if we can walk through the barrier? If I, now possessing one of these pearls, am able to walk through it, then I guess that would be one way to test that hypothesis.
Yeah.
Pearl is supposed to give you access, so you mean without the pearl?
Correct. I do not have one.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
I thought... Okay, I think maybe I misunderstood something.
Weldor mentioned to Ophelia and Hanover that we need to get y'all some.
Right, okay.
Okay.
I was like, we got them!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be something you need to talk to Geegan about, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I am curious about whether we should bring that stone with us, though.
Stone?
Oh, there was an item, I think it was a stone, that Ori indicated, that has one of these symbols on it. Just for a reminder, and you see the flash of the giant Ouroboros sign.
We should go check it out more. But I think we should avoid the plants, because they are not friendly.
No.
But I'm curious on why.
Save our...
And the two trees are trying desperately to touch. I don't know if we should let them touch or we should touch them together.
And the tomb is it just like an opening, like, or is there like something blocking it, like the entrance?
That's what the two trees are. That's the covering.
Yeah. Got it.
I think we should investigate it for sure before we leave.
Yeah. Could be trapped though.
Well, then we should look for traps.
Sounds like a good place to start.
This was 100% where I step on something that set off the first trap, isn't it?
I will remember I will remember to do this correctly. This time, hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're like, what?
Good. You go first now.
Blackstone is having flashbacks of the very first trap that they ran into because he forgot he forgot about his mage hand function.
Oh, it's fine. I just smashed that. It worked out.
Sure did.
Theodore just physically attacks every trap.
Investigating the entrance to the tomb, I believe.
Okay, so you all have made your way over to it.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Carefully.
All right. Can I please get a group stealth check, please?
Oh, sure. This is gonna be good.
Wait. Carefully, not stealthily.
Wait.
Pass without a trace.
I'm gonna pass without a trace this bitch.
All right, let's go. Thank you, Robo.
Because we roll with disadvantage.
Yep, we do.
Oh, but I rolled a 17 and an 18, so that's
nice. I did not.
That's a 28 for me.
God damn.
I got a plus
That's
1.
Damn, you have a good stealth.
Yeah.
I have a plus. No, I have a plus 1 to stealth, but
I do
natural
too.
twist gives you a plus 10. to your roll.
Correct. That's a 16 for Weldor.
17 for me.
What did I roll? Oh, I rolled an 11. So 29.
Okay.
37.
Blackstone's gone.
Jesus.
Blackstone's gone.
We've
What? Never
Blackstone
even
flipped
here.
through the ground and already's there.
He's that, yeah,
He's,
exactly.
he's gone. Okay. All of you are able to move stealthily. At this point in the day, too, since y'all have been going for a while, it's about mid to late afternoon. So the sun and the shadows have shifted. But the flowers don't seem to notice as you all approach these stone formations, which you now know to be the Unitel. And you arrive in the circle.
Aurea, where did you say the item with the symbol on it was?
Right there. I point to it.
I am going to try to use Mage Hand to pick it up.
Pick up what?
Oh, it's like in the wall, though, right?
Yeah, it's in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, like okay, so the item is carved into the wall.
symbol
Yeah, like
is
it's a
carved into
carving.
wall.
The symbol's
Yes.
carved into the wall.
Use the mage hand to chisel it out of the wall.
We take the wall, Jordan. What did they
You
say?
mean?
It's a door. I
Wait
promise
a-
you it's a door.
The door.
Oh, wait a minute. You said this was carved into the wall?
Door.
Yes.
Okay, then, okay. I have a hypothesis about this, but I will come back to it later. First thing, I believe we have to get into a door of some kind.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay.
The one with the symbol on it.
The top of the tomb.
The top of the tomb.
Right. Well, if it's just the top of the tomb, I think I will, because it was carved and that means that pieces of the stone had to be removed, I'm going to cast Mending on it.
Bear called it.
I think we stumped her.
I think Robo needs mending for that knee that just got slammed.
That's our episode, folks. While Jordan resets.
But all right.
I'm just trying to picture what you're doing. So what are you doing?
Fixing the stone.
We're the
No, no,
carving.
so it's
we're
not
casting
broken.
mending-
It's not broken.
No.
It's literally
No, no.
just carved into the.
No, but that's what we're saying. We are mending the carving so it is restored to its natural. Like we're getting rid of the carving is what we're trying to do.
The carving of the symbol. That's what you're getting rid
Yes.
of. Okay.
Yes,
I was
what
picturing
he's-
y'all were doing, because you had mentioned the top of it, so that's why I was like, wait, are you trying to mend the door? So that's why I was very confused for a moment. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think it's also kind of hard to picture in my head like what things are. So are you gonna draw us a cute little map?
Yep, give me 1 second.
Okay, great. But
You asked for us to
Blackstone-
get stuck on something, and you get 2.
Yeah, Blackstone wants to mend the carving, so it's not there anymore.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
The hypothesis being these, if symbols here also usually include magic shenanigans. So, erasing the symbol, disrupting what the symbol looks like and things like that may be able to disrupt whatever magic it's causing.
If this doesn't work, I'll just use my maul.
Okay.
Interesting.
So-
Interesting. Okay.
Quick drawn. 2
Oh, okay.
symbol, stones around. It's literally Stonehenge with a tomb in the center.
Okay.
So the symbol was kind of almost like graffitied onto that side. So if you were
Okay.
amending that, there's no magical components to it. It's literally just like a marker kind of thing. So yes, you can mend that if that's what you were trying to do. Yes, fair.
First, okay, two things. First of all, I want Blackstone to mend it just to ruin this dude's shit. Like, this is petty. It's just petty. But two, is it like, looking at the picture, it's like in like the corner of the tomb. It seems like
correct,
right? Like, is it like small, like almost like somebody wouldn't notice it unless they were looking for it?
Correct. It was honestly, I forget who rolled the 22, but you beat the DC by 1.
Okay. So does it seem like this symbol is put there for other people of this society to find, and like, I don't know what's in this tomb, maybe it's like it goes into like a secret meeting place
that is
or
up
something,
to,
but like,
what do you think Deodora would interpret based upon that?
I guess she would consider it to be like a symbol, like letting other people of this cult or whatever know, like, this is something significant. I think if this is a tomb where where you actually like you're going inside and viewing bodies and stuff, then that does seem to be like a front for something else. If this symbol is on there,
okay.
And given that we know that dude came this way, potentially he is in there, or he at least, or the people that he's captured are in there, because some people haven't come back.
That's very fair. Yeah. You do mend it if that's what the mending takes, and you see the symbol disappear.
Fuck your cult. Fuck your cult. Be confused.
And then I guess so. There's Stonehenge here with a tomb in the center.
Yes.
So that probably means what? There's like some kind of lid here. So. I just kind of look at everyone for a second. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to open this?
I think we just might have to.
Can I do in our, because like, like this is Stonehenge and there is a tomb in the center. Well, actually, let me I'll ask the crew. Do any of you sense any kind of, I suppose, arcane shenanigans in the area?
Hold on.
That's never gonna get old.
Yep. I don't. I could do it probably tomorrow, but not right now.
I do poof and come back, so whatever I see in the...
You see the trails are continuing through the tomb?
Like into it or past it?
Into it.
Oh, okay, lovely. I pop back. We're going in. It goes that way.
So, I have rolled a 22 on Arcana, and mostly it's just are we in the middle, or are we in the presence of like some kind of magic circle? Aside from that, I'm going to go, if it's okay with everyone, I think we just open it and we go downstairs and see what's in here.
Well, the trail does go that way, so yes. It's the best bet.
Everyone prepare yourselves accordingly.
Well, actually, that is a question. Do we need to go and prepare ourselves before we go in here?
We maybe... What?
I meant
sorry.
Get your weapons out.
What time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
How long have we been doing this?
It's
like late afternoon now.
Late afternoon.
So we're talking like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think we just need to do this.
All right, I'm going to go open the tomb and see if we can find see if I can find the stairs.
Yeah.
Considering the lack of resistance, even though we have kind of points to the plants over yonder, if you will.
I'm gonna go.
It's herb.
Too easy.
Yeah, it's starting to think he's expecting us. The irony of that is he could be, or he's spitting on us running into whatever situation is on the inside before we get to him.
Well, he did all
Or
but
he's
give you
just
a personal
overconfident.
invite.
Certainly.
Then should we not go in? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it's just thought I'd share before we do. If that does change anything.
Are you saying you made it too easy for us to find you? Sorry, that was not what actually said.
And I stab Orion. Anyway.
I am going to use Mage Hand to try to open this tomb.
Smart. I'm gonna take the dodge. Hold a dodge action.
Oh yeah, can we do that? Like, no, actually no. You're gonna use Mage Hand on that, Blackstone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna go help you out, but since I got -2 in strength, that's
Oh.
Buddy.
Okay. You use Mage Hand, and after a few moments, you can kind of hear the sound of stone rubbing against stone as it shifts off into the side.
Well, if he doesn't know, didn't know we were here before, he knows.
Yeah, it's a
Sure
very
does.
heavy door.
A bit more careful about that.
well. Let's give him a show.
And immediately you all are hit with a much kind of colder, damp kind of air and wind, as you do see that there are a series of steps leading into the darkness below.
Cold air and wind. This probably indicates that there are several tunnels and passageways that lead to the outside, in addition to water sources.
Good. That means there's multiple ways in and out.
It's bad because it means he has many exits.
Some
And
of which
also-
end up in the northwestern end of this town, but we're not sure how extensive these are. Perhaps I should try to make a map along the way, and then I walk down the stairs.
Is it lit up here? It's so dark. No
It's
torches.
completely dark.
Okay, so I'll just snap my fingers and I'm just gonna produce flame to do a tiny.
Okay.
I'm so tiny. A little tiny torch.
Okay.
Matchstick.
All right. Do you all head down those stairs into the darkness below?
Yep.
Yeet.
All right.
I'll let you
I'm
know
gonna
what
be
my new
stealthy.
character is after.
Everybody prepare your second characters.
One more thing before we go. We can use my telepathic abilities to facilitate communication to avoid being heard in the tunnels.
Oh.
To know.
Can I connect myself to you and use my detect thoughts on you? Like, that's a mighty fine idea. I just wanted to try that, by the way. I just learned that. I learned that for you.
That is very useful, and also, that is very sweet of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, also, because you have detect thoughts, you can also help with scouting by using your detect thoughts to see if you can detect sentient life forms. And if you find some, and they're thinking things, you can let me know what the thoughts are.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do that. Do you want me to try? Should I try this now?
Sure.
I can do that once. So, let's just wait a little bit. It's a once per long rest. That sucks. But okay.
Pain.
I think we hear that sucks kind of slowly as you all are descending down into the depths of this tomb. And that is where we're going to end for today.
No! Let me fight!
Go fight the door and the path that we've been on.
No, I'm going to impale Belsarian on my sword by ass first.
Amazing. Oh, wow. I didn't think you were going to go this way, but I'm here for it. So, amazing job, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode. We're going to be back next week for episode 30. And make sure to go check out our Patreon because the Q&A with Fair and I talking about Diodora and all things Ampistrano that's going to be airing on Tuesday for our Patreon members. You can also catch the fantastic conversation that I had with Duval about Weldor and all things Ampistrano. There were a lot of words today I never thought I would say, like a shark and a tutu, and Sharkoria is now a thing. So
Dungeons and Dragons,
we
baby.
might need to get some fan art of that. But y'all,
Please make art of that.
Please make art of me.
Please make art of that. We are gonna get out of here, y'all, and find someone to raid. Thank you all so much for spending your Saturday afternoon with us, and we'll see you all next time beyond the veil. Bye, everybody.
Bye.